Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around this beautiful, beautiful world. Yes, I know there is a war going on, few borders away from here. There is a lot of pandemics and masks and rules and everything going on around. But you know what? Every week, I'm going to remind you that there is a beautiful world out there. And also right in here, there is a beautiful, beautiful world inside every one of you, in anybody out there. And I want to remind you this. So go inside, look inside your beautiful world. I'm sending you a lot of love wherever you are around this beautiful, beautiful world. Anyway, this podcast is about TEDx. And today I want to tell you what you must know if you're planning to go on TEDx, if you're dreaming to go on TEDx in 2022, because guess what? The first quarter of 2022 is gone now, and we can't go back in time. It's a lot happening in the first quarter in 2022. I don't know what this year is gonna have for us, but let's walk you through what you need to know and must do if you still want to get on TEDx stage. So first of all, put a yes or no in the comment below if you already applied for TEDx. Put also where you're watching it from and how you're doing on Wednesday. I know usually we have Fridays lives, but on Friday is 1st of April, and on 1st of the month, I always publish the top 10 most watched TED Talks on YouTube. So watch it out, is the world chart for TEDx top 10 most watched on YouTube TED Talks. So put a yes or no in the comment. If it's a no, if you're dreaming really and you really plan to do a TEDx, what stopped you exactly to apply for TEDx? Because you have to apply for TEDx. You can't just wait someone eventually to tell you that there is a space for you and to go there. It's an application process. So if you did not apply yet, what you need to do is to go to TED.com, click attend, click on TEDx events, and then put your location, put 2022. I'm going to walk you through this very quickly. Let me just share specific screen. Let's just, okay. System preferences and settings. Let's just see if I can make it very quickly. Come on, privacy. Okay, let's just try, see what's going to happen. I'm going to put share, put a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Hopefully you can. Okay, so when you go on TED.com, you click attend, you click TEDx events, you type your location. Let's say London. As you know, I'm based in London. You can put the entire country if you want. That's not a problem. Press enter, click on the year 2022. What's going to happen is that below the big map of the world and your country, in my case, United Kingdom, you're going to see the full list of all the events. What I want you to do is to find each of those contact details for each of those organizers and contact them. That's it. It's not a rocket science. It's really need to apply to get on TEDx. So you need to go on TED.com, click attend, click TEDx events, put your location in 2022, start applying if you did not apply yet for TEDx. If your answer was yes, you did apply to do a TEDx, then I've got another question for you. Put a yes or no in the comments. How many applications you sent out? Okay, because if you did only one application, then I'm sorry, I'm gonna crush your heart right now. That's not enough. Okay, before I continue to tell you what exactly to do when you start doing your applications, make sure you follow me on LinkedIn if you're watching on LinkedIn, on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, and on Facebook if you're watching on Facebook right now. Click the bell button to make sure that you do have all the notifications when I go live. out of nowhere, like on Wednesday instead of Thursday, and you're gonna have all the notifications so you know what exactly is happening. So let's just continue. If you did less than 10 applications, okay, so you're not going to get much results. Okay, so rule number one, what I want you to remember, if you want to be on TEDx stage on 2022, is that you have to apply to more than 10 TEDx events. Otherwise, your chance to get on TEDx is very, very low. But if you say yes, you did apply for more than 10 applications, congratulations. Here's another question for you. Put the yes or no in the comment if you did follow up on those 10 applications. This is the next rule, what I want you to remember today. It's not just applying to 10 different organizers. You have to follow up with them, okay? If your answer is no, well, let me tell you this. The biggest mistake what people do is to apply once, to contact the organizer once, and then that's it. They don't get response, most probably, and they're highly disappointed. Of course, you're going to be disappointed you didn't get response because you have to follow up. So what I want you to do is to send another message or an email. Find another way to contact the same organizer. When you go on TED.com, you're going to have all the information of who is the license holder, who are in the teams when people put that information. You can Google that event and that person as a license holder. You can find their emails there, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. There's so many social media right now. Just go and contact that person through different channels from what you already try. If they don't reply on that social media channel or they don't reply on the email, because you're not going to be nagging, you're going to be really following up with what you want to ask them, as of how can I apply for TEDx, or can you tell me, if it's going ahead and what is going on with your TEDx. So tip of the day today is that you have to be patient and consistent. Think about this. When you apply for a job, you don't apply for one job. Like I'm the same. When you apply to 10 different jobs, you need to be patient and consistent. You need to really follow up with all these people to see how it's going with your application, when you're going to be interviewed. It's exactly the same for TEDx. It's exactly the same. So do remember that process. Another biggest mistake what people do is that people forget who they contacted. They don't take a record of who they contacted as a license holders and teams. And there's like, oh my God, I don't remember. Did I contact them? I didn't. What's happening? Well, it's a very easy tip of the day. Remember, just take a note, put it in Excel, put it in Word, put it in some kind of electronic notebook where you can easily follow who you contacted, so you can then follow up. Before I continue, I'm going to check. Dario is saying true on what Dario is. I have the impression that I'm right now learning a lot at the moment. So it's thank you so much, Dario. Said put true on what exactly. Okay, another biggest mistake what people do is that they send a message, they want to be a TEDx speaker, but they don't stand out. This is huge, 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 huge. And I speak with different TEDx organizers and license holders. I'm not a license holder. I'm not, I usually volunteer to TEDx organizers team, but I see behind the scene, and I also, come back to you to say, don't do that mistake, because that's what people do. Okay, so here is what kind of message to send so you can absolutely stand out from the crowd, stand out from all these hundreds of thousands of people who do want to also become TEDx speakers. So a message needs to be including one sentence, which includes your topic, your audience, and the key takeaway for your audience. That's it, one sentence. And then another sentence, why you, what makes you so unique and special, because every one of you is unique and special specifically for that topic you want to present on TEDx. But the TEDx organizer doesn't know. Put yourself in their shoes. They got a pop-up message from someone saying, I want to be a TEDx speaker. You have no idea who that person is. So put in that initial message who you are, and also what is your topic, who is your audience, and also what is the key takeaway, what this audience is going to remember. Because from that short one sentence, the key person who is actually the curator or the license holder, they're going to say like, yes, I want to speak with that person, or I don't want to. Here is an example of this. You can say, hi Dario, I'm Karen, and I love to be on your TEDx stage. My talk will give individuals and business managers the 2 questions that can save someone's life. I've been teaching them for 10 years so far. Now I want to share them with the world. That is the full message. Okay, so let me just break it down very quickly for you. In that one middle sentence, what I wrote, my talk will give individuals and business managers the 2 questions that can save someone's life. You put your audience, you put directly the topic, you're going to talk about someone's life, and you put the outcome, what these people are going to learn from your talk. They're going to learn the 2 questions that they're going to save someone's life. It's important, obviously. And then in one sentence, you put why you. You've been doing this for 10 years in my example. So I just totally made it up, actually based on a talk of one of my clients. But look, it's a super short message, right? It's just absolutely amazing. So Dario is saying, through that, have to be persistent, track who you reach out and stand out. Thank you so much, Dario. And one more message, great tips and wonderful job. Thank you so much, Dario. Put down in the comments where you're watching it from. I'm always curious. Okay, so another thing what I want you to discuss today is, what is the balance between intelligently following up with your message and nagging? Okay, because here is really a huge mistake what people do. People send similar messages over and over, which for the other person who is reading them, it's kind of feeling the nagging. And here is another big mistake what other people do. They don't want to send a follow-up message because they feel that it's too much. They're gonna be it's gonna be negative instead of positive outcome if they send too many messages. That is not correct. Okay, so here are a few tips what I want to give you. The first one, change the message every time. Put yourself in the shoes of the person who is receiving these messages. These people are having their own job and they're volunteering to create that TEDx amazing experience for you. So imagine how many emails and how many messages they have on LinkedIn and all the social media per day. And outside work, yes, they love TEDx and that's why they're volunteering. But when they read different messages, make their day, make them laugh, make them relate to you. Like if they have kids, just say like, I just went out with the kids and they reminded me that my dream is to be a TEDx speaker. Kind of relates to what their life is. Okay, if you don't know that person, you still can create different message every time. The first time you can say, hey Karen, I want to make sure that you did receive my previous email or previous message. Just let me know because I want to make sure that I've got the correct contact. Simple message, right? The next time, if you don't have an answer, and here is another tip. If you don't have a response, send one message every 2 weeks and send them on Wednesdays and Fridays. This is something what I found out with time, that it's Wednesday because when you send it on Wednesday is usually people when they're like, okay, Monday and Tuesday was like, crazy in the office. It's like too much going on, but now I can put my time and mind in the evening just for an hour to see what we're doing for TEDx. So this is the time usually when people from TEDx teams are a lot more relaxed and they're checking their emails and checking all the messages. Friday, because is the same position, but on Saturday morning before they start the whole weekend, they're like quickly going and checking all the emails and everything what they're about to create as a TEDx event. So if you send it on Friday afternoon, your email or message, then Saturday morning it's going to be picked up. So going back 2, nagging and intelligently following up. The second message, what you can send is, hey, I sent already 2 messages. I don't want to really be bad with and overload you with too many messages. I just want to know, and then put the questions you put in your first message, like, are you running the event? Can you confirm that this is still the date? Can you please confirm that you've got available spots? And what is the application process I can follow? Because I'm so excited to follow, to apply and follow my TEDx dream. So this is different messages, but just make them different every time. Make them different. And again, please, please, please make sure that you are patient and consistent. Consistency is going to take you to TEDx stage. Okay, being patient also is going to take you to TEDx stage, because this is how world works, right? It's, again, it's like going and applying for a job. Pretty much the same process for going and applying for TEDx. Again, just very quickly, don't apply just for one, just apply for at least 10 TEDx organizers. Be always patient, be consistent. Don't do the mistakes what I just gave you. And don't be afraid to follow up with one message every 2 weeks on different channels. If the first time you send it on LinkedIn, then find the email, send an email. The next week, just find the Twitter contact and send it on Twitter. The week after this, find the Facebook contact and send it on Facebook. There's so many different platforms where you can contact people right now and ask your questions. Be patient, be consistent. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining my live today. And if your dream is to get on TEDx in 2022, start applying and start contacting organizers today. Q1 2022 is gone. When you start applying, you're gonna get on 2022. But if you procrastinate, then very soon your dream for 2022 TEDx is gonna be gone. So don't miss the next Q2 of 2022. Start contacting people today. Love you a lot. I'm gonna see you next Friday, but this Friday, follow up with my newsletter on LinkedIn, which is gonna be on the top 10 TEDx world chart for most watched TED Talks on YouTube, specifically on YouTube. I don't have access on TED.com, but the public register on YouTube is public for the whole world. So I'm gonna give you the most watched 10 TEDx talks published and released and watched in March 2022. So super excited. Gail is saying consistency and patience applying to many areas in our life. Absolutely, Gail. Okay, sending your love and energy wherever you are around this beautiful, beautiful world, which is inside you as well, not just outside you. I'm gonna see you next Friday.